Hanoi. My name is Jasmine and I am a professional communication student at RMIT. It's my second year in Vietnam. I'm very wondering how the culture really remained unchanged and was passed down from generation to generation, and how leadership develops through change and courage. And I'm very excited to introduce today, for the second episode of Nghe and Share, Miss Nguyen.
Nice to meet you. And hello everyone, my name is Lunar New Year, as introduced by Jasmine, and very excited today that I can share and explain to you how we keep the tradition, how we celebrate that in Hanoi, and also sharing with you our thoughts in doing the work in decorating the 5-fruit tray today. We can explain to you how I think the leadership should be. So, if you look at this, 5-fruit tray is very important, and it is in front and center in every household during that holiday. And we started to prepare the 5-fruit tray is not only for decorating the house, but this is really to pay the respect to the sun, the moon, the earth, the ancestor, and also to make the family look really big. And the meaning of the 5-fruit tray can be interpreted in many ways. And it can be different in many regions, the north, the central, or the southern people. But someone in Hanoi can also translate that into, you can choose a fruit that having 5 different colors. So it representing the diversity. And people from the south can believe in something else, like have you heard about cầu vừa đủ xài? That means they really want something like praying, that I have a lot of money, that enough for me to spend and also to have fun, but at the end, happiness. Now today I want to explain to you how we do that. You can pick 5 as you want. Then I want to explain to you how the northern do and how the southern can do. The northern in Hanoi always having banana. Banana has many banana pieces, right? That means you have a lot of opportunity. So this is opportunity, good luck. But in the south, they don't want banana because of simply, pronunciation. They say, the north say chuối, the southern say chuối. Chuối mean going down. And therefore they say, no banana on my 5-fruit tray. Okay, so if you take the north, then you have a banana. I leave you this. Then you can have this one. This is a pomelo, right? That means representing the water, but also the color is mean money. Now for the southern, they will have this one. It's a custard apple. And in Vietnamese, it means mãng cầu. Cầu, that means praying. Praying for the good luck. They always having this on the tray. And then they're also having dừa. Dừa, that means enough, and also water inside. The third one, the northern normally go, so you have to have something red. Red representing good luck, and dragon also a symbol of very lucky.
But is it like universally understood in the south and in the north?
Yeah, it's easily understood because it is passing from generation to generation. How I explain to my kids, and the kids explain to their children, and that was how I was explained by my mom and my grandparents. And the same in the south. You have only 5 categories, and here I have to put this one because side, that means spending.
See, I think it also boils down to the personality, maybe, and
yeah, exactly. And personality also leading to different, leadership style.
Yeah.
But the core of that is, you can see, you and I carefully put the fruit on top of the tray, and then carefully put them and arrange in a way that it look beautiful. That is to pay the respect.
Yeah.
And whatever culture, I think in Germany or in Vietnam, respect is the key. We need to respect a different culture as well. We have a different nationality, and each of you is a talent. Each of you bring in your own set of skill. Each of you bring in a different culture values. And being a leaders, we have to respect them all. And to work it out how, we can make the best out of the diversity in terms of culture.
I'm wondering how you define respect, because in my experience, like living in different, and you also have a very diverse background, there's a lot of cultural bias coming into interactions, and I feel that every country sort of has a different way to show respect. So I'm wondering how you adapt to that. Like how do you define respect in the first place, and how do you adapt to different people, to a diverse background, and to show respect?
I think everyone has their own heart, right? Being kind-hearted is number one. Being a good person. Then in each of the person, the thing that you see may not be the true value that they have. The thing that you experience for them, the way you explore them, may not be the right way to explore the true value of the person. So bear that in mind, be humble, is how you started to exercise the respect. It's easy to say, but it's not easy to exercise and easy to, make the true out of it. And I think in here, I'm better in exercising that compared to 20, 30 years ago. Why? Because the education, the learning that I take throughout the way, lifelong learning, the whole thing that I learn in the life, also teach me to be a better person in paying respect to others. And the result I get is I am respected by others. We have just completed the two beautiful 5-foot tray, one for the north and one for the south, and both beautiful, right? An art, right? So you learn more about the Tết holiday in Vietnam, and I know that you've been in Vietnam for 2 years. Can you share with me your experience in the last 2 years with RMIT in Vietnam and also living in Vietnam? And have you met or faced any challenges?
That's a great question, because considering my personal cultural background that I bring in. I'm from Germany. I come from a very liberal, individualistic country, and living in a collectivistic country brings naturally a lot of challenges, and I think there's the beauty in it. But once you are put in a different context and you see that, that is how you can live as well, and that works very, very well, and I think that's amazing. But it comes, as I mentioned, comes with challenges, because you have to consider your own beliefs, you have to consider your own way of thinking. But again, that's where the beauty is, because you can grow, and I think growth can only happen if you're outside of your comfort zone. And I lived with a Vietnamese family for 9 months, and I had my TED experience. And I see that in the relationships I build up, and the family I live together with, that welcomed me with open arms. And I think what it also taught me, it's not only about the differences, but it's also about what connects us.
Great.
And I think that also applies to leadership, I would say, or working towards the same goal, despite maybe cultural differences, or not only cultural differences.
And as long as you respect and value each other,
Absolutely.
This is how you connect people. Fantastic. But also, one of the important characters of a leader is willing to take challenge. And the reason you can do that is courage and willing to take challenge. Isn't it good? Would you encourage others to do the same like you?
Absolutely. And I think exploring yourself and putting yourself, again, in different contexts is very, very important for, I would say, even a more fulfilling life, because you experience yourself in different contexts, and you explore facets of yourself that you else wouldn't explore. Also through immersing into a different culture, and then you can, pick and choose. It's the same with the 5-foot, right?
Exactly.
And
it's a good way.
I think you can also, through exploring and immersing into different contexts, you can also give back more, because you can live more authentically. You develop more empathy for others as well, because you have to naturally challenge yourself. And
wow, that's amazing. Because I really like the word compassion.
Yeah.
As a leader, the compassion is very important. You need to have, your heart. You have to care for others, and always put ourselves in others' shoes. That also not making you to be a good leader, but also helping you to be successful in life. So I like the word you're saying, exploring yourself. That's exactly what I want to encourage all the young, and they need to get out of their comfort zone. Then they can identify, and explore a lot more values, in life and in themselves. And I think, I also learned from you today. So the date is approaching, and I'm also curious to know more about Germany. I want to explore more about your culture in celebrating holidays.
certainly we have traditions as well. And that's what I love about Germany, because Germany is partly, of course, like a modernized country, but also we keep traditions and we celebrate holidays, an occasion to celebrate family, togetherness, and showing gratefulness towards what we have.
So that's exactly, what the Tết meaning in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So it's a time for everyone coming back to family and visiting their relative and family and being together, just to be together. And then, to review what we have done in the year, what could be the biggest achievement to celebrate. But we're also having a lot of food. We're having a lot of, party time and so on. So lovely chat with you this afternoon. I see a lot of me in you 30 years ago. And I believe that it will be more successful than me, much more in the near future. For the Year of Cat approaching in a few weeks, the cat means a tactful, very wise, very smart, but also easy life. And therefore, I wish you a very smooth year of studying with a lot of more exploration. And I would like to give you some flowers, because this is a season for this beautiful flower.
Thank you. That is the end of episode 2 of Nghe and Share. I learned a lot today. We finished our 5 food tray. Thank you.
See you soon.